Hi everyone, my name is Emily Timms. Today's topic I'm going to talk to you all about is trends in customer service and customer service management. The points we're going to touch on include a brief history of customer service, the current situation, we're going to take a closer look at Amazon and Apple, we're going to talk about the trends now and of the future, managing customer service, as well as I'm going to give a personal reflection and implications for my current career. There has always been many different ways to define customer service, and it's been wholly transformed over time. But generally speaking, the concept involves a firm providing a product or service for a customer and being able to also provide assistance or advice about that product or service. Speaking in economic terms, it is a fundamental practice of supply and demand. So even in the earliest of times, when societies and marketplaces were just beginning to form, there was always some element of a customer's needs becoming a driving force for a person or business to meet those needs for them so as they could both mutually benefit. Towards the ends of the 1700s and the early 1800s, the Industrial Revolution reshaped the business world in so many ways, but specifically for customer service, it grew the concept of scale, meaning businesses could now meet higher demands and therefore service more customers. We took another huge transformation in 1776 when Adam Smith published The Wealth of Nations. This is one of the first traceable instances where the idea of competition in the market is found. The idea was supported by the notion that customer service is one of the best ways a firm can gain competitive advantage over another, or in other words, set themselves apart. The next major transformation of customer service came with the invention of the telephone in 1876. Telephones made it possible for the firm to communicate with their customers without the inconvenience of travel. This eventually led to the infamous call centers of the 1960s onwards, where thousands of customers could be serviced or helped over the phone from one major operating center. Today, obviously the internet has made a huge and great impact on the customer service aspect, regarding both the expectations of the customers and approaches and abilities now companies have to give customer service over the web. A service published by Gartner for Marketeers said that by 2016, 89% of companies plan to compete on the basis of the customer experience. Additionally, another survey conducted by Forbes found that U.S. brands are losing approximately $62 billion each year due to poor customer service. So what does this mean? Well, clearly it indicates that customer service plays a major role in a business's overall success. So what do organizations need to know? Or what does a customer want? Well, to summarize some of the research I found, first of all, customers are demanding fast service anytime, anywhere. We've now made it a standard, not a privilege, to get what we need when we need it, almost instantly. Also, customers are getting smarter. We should assume there will be no second chance. The internet has made it possible for people to do their research. They compare capabilities of product and prices, and they can find out from consumer reviews just how happy they could be with their product or service. There is also a major climate of technology-driven forces at play. Many organizations have switched to automation or artificial intelligence, meaning most customers' questions or problems will be handled by machines or computers. This is to save money and promote efficiency and consistent responses. There has been a mixed reaction to this. Some feel it is nice to have their simpler questions handled immediately, but also miss the personal touch or the ability to form a relationship or bond to a brand or business through human conversation. I also have a list here of some of the top companies leading in customer service rankings. This includes Amazon, Apple, Spotify, JetBlue, Southwest, Trader Joe's, Publix, and Marriott. I also have a list here of some of the companies leading in customer service rankings. That includes Amazon, Apple, Spotify, JetBlue, Southwest, Trader Joe's, Publix, and the Marriott. So I want to look at one of the first case studies, which is Amazon.com. It's considered to be one of the world's leader in customer service and is the #1 online retailer, outperforming both Walmart and Apple. Jeff Bezos built his company with a customer-focused business model. Even in the company's mission statement, it says, to be Earth's most customer-centric company, where customers can find and discover anything they might want to buy online, and endeavors to offer its customers the lowest possible prices. So in addition to their discount prices, or prices lower than competitors, their quick, cheap, usually free, convenient shipping, large product selection, and their loyalty programs such as Amazon Prime and Amazon Credit Card, Bezos also made it a priority for the staff to undergo rigorous training in customer service. He says he wanted the staff to not only listen to their customers, but understand them. He's even asked that all of his managers attend a 2-day training session each year at one of his call centers in order to sharpen their listening skills and get to know the customer at the most basic level of the company. Amazon has also worked very hard to perfect their website and make it extremely accessible for customers to have their questions or concerns answered immediately. They have set up several community forums, frequently asked question services, and if by the small chance they still need assistance, they have 24/7 call centers for them. And most of the time, no one is left on hold. The second case study I wanted to talk about is Apple. Although they operate and sell very efficiently online, as Amazon does, they've also brought some exciting elements to customer service through their brick-and-mortar locations. When the store design was first conceptualized, it was decided the stores would look to resemble a town square, where there's a lot of activity taking place and there's specialized workers strategically placed around to help with any sort of customer needs. The atmosphere, including the lighting, product placement, and store finishes, were also strategically implemented to contribute to this concept of the customer experience. Their customer service goes beyond the physical by creating a feeling when you walk in the doors. Apple wants you to feel how high-tech their products, experience the efficiency their people and products offer, and overall feel a part of this luxurious lifestyle Apple embodies. Apple employees also undergo a rigorous training routine. They're selected not only on their technological abilities and intelligence, but also for their love and passion for Apple's products. It is imperative that their employees know and love everything Apple, because this will translate to the customer and their employees' ability to meet their needs. The training manual for Apple employees was leaked not too long ago, and one of the training procedures revealed was this acronym APPL. Approach customers with a personalized warm welcome. P. Probe politely to understand all the customer's needs. P. Present a solution for the customer to take home today. L. Listen for and resolve any issues or concerns. E. End with a fond farewell and an invitation to return. They do not want any customer to leave dissatisfied. Many of you can probably cite a certain experience that's opposite of Apple, where not only was their site or call center difficult to navigate, but the verbal and physical outcome of the service situation left you more frustrated than before or with no resolution. In exact contrast, Apple has been known to replace products without question. Even broken products, even without warranties, are almost always replaced by Apple free of charge. This is to prove they stand behind their product, customer, and dedication to the customer's entire experience. Next, I wanted to touch on a few of the current trends and trends of the future in customer service. The first is sort of regarding this ongoing debate of the human versus machines handling customer service situations. To give an example first, self-checkout and automation. Coinciding with several state movements to raise minimum wage, several companies have found a way to cut costs by replacing low-level jobs with computers and machines. This is one of the major reasons why over the last couple of years, you may have noticed more and more stores moving from cashier checkouts to self-checkout systems. To appeal to the consumer, this concept has been sold off as a means to promote efficiency and speed up wait times, while also making the customer feel that they are in more control. We've seen this become extremely effective in places such as the airports, where lines used to be much longer, and if you're running late, you're often doomed to miss your flight. However, the other side of this is that some consumers are feeling less of a connection to the store or its brands, and feel like they're doing unpaid work, for example, inconveniently having to bag their own groceries. Forbes contributor Morgan also said in some scenarios, a person is better than a machine. But when it comes to combing through large amounts of data in real time to serve up the most relevant action to a customer, a machine is simply better at it. This is where customer service management technology comes in. These programs have capabilities to provide employees with options for how to handle certain situations. They can quickly draw up answers for a customer or employee questions at the touch of a button. CSM can also perform operations relating to case management, field service management, intelligent routing, data collection of accounts, contacts, performance analytics, operational intelligence, project portfolio management, and much, much more. Basically, CSM technology helps businesses keep a running profile of their customers and uses analytics of this information to help improve their business and customer service strategies. Another ongoing trend is relationship marketing. This concept is to focus on developing and improving relationships with current customers in order to create regularity on their purchases, but also spread business to new customers through word of mouth. The idea is truly to create a bond with your customers through the building of trust, which in turn increases customer loyalty. RM also believes in the mantra, the customer is always right, even when they're wrong. By training staff to handle tough situations with poise and a friendly attitude, customers will respond positively and hopefully share this experience with others. And in my experience as a manager to mostly small businesses, we've really focused on relationship marketing by making our customers feel like family. We know their first names, we know the names of their kids, we know their lifestyles, and we try to help them and serve them the best way possible based on what we know. Lastly, social media and customer review sites have become a huge trend in the world of customer service. Yelp, Facebook reviews, and other sites like this have grown in popularity over the last few years, and they've been proven to have substantial impacts on businesses. The internet and public forum have flipped the switch on companies because now the consumer and their customer service experience, which has always affected a company's reputation, can now be shared to people everywhere. Amazon CEO Jeff Bezos put it as, if you make customers unhappy in the physical world, they might each tell 6 friends. If you make customers unhappy on the internet, they can each tell 6,000, illustrating really the impact of how much social media and customer reviews have on businesses. Both managers and employees need to recognize the implications and consequences that follow from each and every single customer and how they are treated. As one of my managers once said to me, treat every difficult customer situation like a video waiting to go viral, meaning stay calm, be polite, because this could easily turn into something worse or be repeated and affect our business overall. Companies have to work extra hard to make sure no one leaves dissatisfied or angry, because at the end of the day, they may just go home and tell the world. So now taking this research and applying it to the real world and how to be a customer service oriented manager, let's review. We talked about creating a customer-focused culture, which starts at the top. For example, the Amazon CEO, Jeff Bezos, making his mission statement all about the customer. He also wanted his employees to understand the customer and their wants and needs at the most basic level so that they can understand their perspective and put themselves in their shoes in order to help them better. Also, like Apple, you can create this culture through a customer experience where they walk in, they immediately feel like the store and its employees are there to help you. It's very personal and user-friendly. This also is all about training employees and letting them follow your example. By seeing what you do, they'll reflect those actions and they'll feel empowered to make their own decisions when they're put in similar situations. We also should be using technology as an advantage. CSM technology helps guide decision making in certain scenarios and provides helpful information for relationship building. And lastly, managers and employees alike need to remember that the customer experience that they give can not only just be shared with a few people they've come into contact with, but now 6,000 people or more through the use of the internet. I also added here a list from the training bank of some of the general tips for managers in customer service. As you can see, the list also mentions committing to a service excellence, leading with that customer focus, enhancing and aligning their systems, meaning the CSM systems with their POS systems, defining service boundaries and providing autonomy to their employees, also holding everybody accountable, and when you see this behavior, recognizing and rewarding good customer service. I believe that all the topics we've discussed today are directly applicable to what I do now, which is manage a small business clothing store. As a small business, we don't have the advantage of having large marketing budgets in order to increase brand awareness and create customer loyalty. Instead, we have to rely on our own customer service skills and the personalization we bring to each customer's experience. Lastly, in addition to continuing to use CSM technology to better focus our sales, I also want us to increase our relationship marketing skills. This is because in a small business, personalization is key. I really want our customers to feel like family. So when they walk in the door, we know their first name, we know their kids' names, we know their lifestyle, and this helps us better serve them and give them the clothes that they need and love, and then return for that same experience. In conclusion, I want to thank everybody for taking the time to listen, and I wish everybody the best of luck in this course and through the rest of their career endeavors. Lastly, here I also have a page listing all my resources used on this project, and I hope you all enjoyed everything.